Hey everybody, welcome. We are live. Cyber Thunder's Tuesday Night Thunder, presented by Down and Out Paint Shop, live here on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. We are playoff racing, everybody. It's the Scrambler Series. This is going to get nuts. Tonight, Richmond Raceway, first race of the 5 races in the Scrambler Series. So tonight they have 124 laps, 125 laps in the trucks at Richmond, 60% fuel, 4 sets of tires, 3 over the wall, and the 1 set they start with. We're going to go from 10 to 8 tonight. Or is it 12 to 10? I should probably know that so I can tell you. I think it's 12 to 10. It is 12 to 10. That's what it is. We're going to go from 12 to 10 tonight. You'll be able to see your favorite playoff driver. They are highlighted in blue on the left side of your screen. Be able to follow along with them. See, Larry right now is the bottom of that chart. This is their practice speed so far, so who knows what Larry's been doing. Maybe he's been working on long runs. I will have to tell you, though, I have noticed. So, for tonight, it is the Scrambler Series. The last 2 finishing of the playoff drivers will be eliminated. No longer eligible to be the champion of this Tuesday Night Thunder Series. But Chris Wold, your Tuesday and Wednesday night, or I'm sorry, your Wednesday and Thursday night broadcaster, is on a boat in the middle of the ocean. He's probably watching the broadcast. He probably paid, the $15 a minute for the Wi-Fi, but he's on a boat in the ocean in the Caribbean, drinking a drink out of a coconut with a little umbrella right now. So Chris is one of those drivers not going to be here. Automatically eliminated. Crank Bell. I don't see him out on track. Doesn't make the race. He is eliminated. So that means everybody else is going to advance automatically if those 2 don't make it. Also, Coleridge Fenimore. Don't see him on track. I asked the division director pre-race. Said if he doesn't make it, he's eliminated. So we could go into next week with just 1 guy at risk of going home. 1 guy at risk of not advancing. I don't know. That might take some of the drama out of it, but we'll see. We'll see if those guys maybe show up. Give us something to watch. Either way, the way it's going to work is every week we're going to cut out 2 drivers. We're going to cut out the 2 of the 2 lowest finishing drivers that are still eligible in the Scrambler Series. So let's just say, for conversation's sake, Larry here and Andy Cork. They're the 2 lowest on the board here that are still eligible. If this was a full field, if everybody was here and those 2 finished last, those 2 are eliminated from playoff hopes. Everybody else will advance until we get to that final race. That final race, we will have 4 trucks on track, and those 4 trucks will be able to fight for a championship. So we will see what happens. Look around. Alright, we got Larry on screen now. Let's see who else we can find. Chris Harefield, he's one of your championship contenders. Been strong all season. Currently sits at the top of the chart. It's like 1/100th behind. Front row Kyle Nadeau. Sitting right there in second. They are both eligible to move on and fight for the championship. Who else is on track out here? The guy that led your points most of the season. Right there in front of Chris. Scott Clemens Baker. Scott kind of fell off there towards the end of the season. He missed a race. Gary Bowman was able to wrestle away that points championship for the regular season. See if Scott can get back on his game, get back up front. I mean, all you got to do is, this race for these guys, it's a freebie. But after that, all you have to do is finish in front of 2 guys to get to that last race. So tonight's really a freebie. Tonight's really just go out there and get after it. There you see your regular season points champ, just like last season, Gary Bowman. Right behind him, Jerry Isaacs. Still needs sponsorship money. It's probably because he has a hot rod he's building at home and probably needs to put some money into that. Oh. Everything went away on me. iRacing popped up. Let's try this again. There we go. Who else do we got out here? So George, I just noticed George has 2 numbers on that truck. There's a 05 and I think there's a 05 underneath. Something underneath here. Let's see if we can see better. Yeah, it's got a straight up 05 and a slanted 05. Huh. Let's see, where's Paul's out on track? Got Paul's truck. That's a good looking truck. Paul's one of your chase drivers fighting for a championship. Ray just missed it. On points out here in the Bruzy truck. Where's his teammate Judd's in the pits. I like those 2 trucks. They match. Mr. Gainforth just barely missed making the playoffs out in the Mr. Bubble. And 3 minutes left to practice. These guys are out here trying these long runs. Chris is 10 laps in. Larry just pit. Larry was 20 laps into his run, so seeing what their tires will do. There's Lola backwards, I don't know. That's not going to help. We also have some pretty cool cameras tonight. Oh, they'll run right over your head. There we go. Well, that one needs adjusted. I'll remember that for next time. Turns 1 and 2. That one's pretty good. Look down the back stretch. We'll see a lot of people come out of that turn, and you'll see what happened right there to Chris. You can get loose on those fresh tires. Kyle was a little sideways coming out there. This is where a big part of the battle is. Then you come to 3 and 4. You know, coming out of 4 there to the start finish. Short track racing at its best. I love this racetrack. This racetrack, these trucks. It's a pretty fun race. I personally prefer the Xfinity car here. It gets a little more sideways. You got to be a little more on your game, a little careful. Let's see, Joey Signs out here. Joey's going for that Rising Stars Championship. You can watch that tomorrow here on the network, on the broadcast network. The Rising Stars are going to iRacing Super Speedway, something we haven't done here at Cyber in a while. So to see these Xfinity cars, these Rising Stars drivers. Oh, Joey, hey Joey, there's barrels there. To see these Rising Stars drivers battle it out at iRacing Super Speedway is going to be fun. I'm pretty excited for that. One minute left to practice, then we can get to qualifying and get this race on. I guess it's just for bragging rights tonight, guys. 1 minute left in practice. I don't see Coleridge. I was told Crank put in a provisional. We know Chris is on a boat. Everybody's moving on for free. Wreck 'em if you got 'em. It's kind of a mid-season preseason race, a postseason preseason race. Points don't matter. I mean, your caution tracker matters. You don't want to rack up caution tracker points here and put yourself, on a suspension during the playoffs or, on a one and park during the playoffs. We've got Talladega coming up. that one will be a big guessing game, especially if everybody can show up. You know, if all three of the guys get eliminated tonight, let me see if I can pull the schedule up for you guys, or at least I can tell you what it is if I can find what I'm doing. But yeah, if everybody shows up tonight and we go, or doesn't show up tonight, and we go to one person getting eliminated next week. Jeez, oh Pete. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. Yeah, so we go Talladega, then Watkins Glen, Bristol, and we will decide a champion at Charlotte. All right, qualifying underway. Let's see who we can find out on track already. Oh, how about let's check in with Jerry. Jerry trying to put his lap in. A little high in 3 and 4 there for his exit lap. Look over and see if we see any purple. Looks like Kyle had a really good first stint. See Jerry there on his green flag lap. Came through on the bottom. Kyle Nadeau to the top. Jerry setting it second right now. Quite a bit off of Kyle's speed. Kyle here looks like he might have been in the wall there, so that's going to discount his second lap. I wonder if that'll hold up. See as Kyle comes across the stripe here if he improves his time. He did not, so he may have gotten into the wall there, and that may discount his second lap. Jerry's done. Who else do we have? We got a whole bunch of people on track coming around. Oh. See if Mike can do anything. Mike jumps up here to 8. Scott coming across the line for his second. Put Scott up to 4th. Maybe this is Scott's second. We'll see if Scott can do anything. Nope, Scott's shutting it down. Let's see. Lilith getting out here. See if Lilith can put it on the pole. Justin Horton has jumped up to the top. Lilith was a little sideways coming out of 4 there. Warm up lap. Lilith comes to the stripe. Lilith has made it to the top of, to 13th. 13th. Looking at the stream's not moving. What the heck is going on here? Let me try some different cameras, guys. See. It was my stuff. Never mind. Just kidding. All right, who's on track still? Andrew Caldwell coming across for a second right there. See if that'll help him improve. He's currently setting 4th. I think he's going to stay there. George is still on track. George hasn't put in a time yet. Has he got damage on the front of his truck? He can't be doing that, George. Oh yeah, that whole thing's banged up. Probably not going to get a time in there. Minute 25 to go. We still have, well, 4 drivers that haven't registered a time. I think 3 that haven't come out on track. We've got Paul Turner, Judd Danielson, Matt Kopp. We'll see if one of those 3 jump out here and put it in a lap. Doesn't look like it. Oh, wrong stuff. Hit the wrong button, guys. You can see there the timing tower on your left. We'll wait till it goes official. 30 more seconds. One of those guys could come out and change that up. It's looking like Justin Horton, Kyle Nadeau, front row Kyle Nadeau there on the front row so far. There we go. Now it's going official. So there you see it. Justin Horton does qualify on the pole. Front row Kyle Nadeau there on the outside pole. Chris Harefield, Andrew Caldwell in that second row. Third row Joey Signs, Gary Bowman. Fourth row Scott Clemens Baker, Lilith Peters. Fifth row you've got Dave Gainforth and William Kern. Ed Jurgen, Jerry Isaacs, Chris Letts, Ray Richer, Brian Dorsey, Mike Donahue, Eric Anderson, Larry Brunner, Andy Cork, Paul Turner, Judd, Matt Kopp, and George Cushman to round out your field. So 23 drivers tonight. 23 drivers in these trucks going out here, battling it out, seeing if they can take home a win. See everybody getting gridded up here. Try to find us a good. That one's kind of making me dizzy. What's this one doing? Oh, yeah, there you go. Looks like we're just waiting on one driver to hop in their trucks, and then we can get this thing rolling. Man, I'm excited, guys. This is such a fun place to race. I can't do with that camera. He's just starting to spin faster and faster. Such a fun place to race, and in these trucks, and hopefully no net code, but man, getting side by side, you can get real close and battle and door bang, and it's just a good time to race this track in these vehicles. Everybody getting rolling back here? What's going on? Yeah, there they go. They're getting caught up. These guys go down the back stretch. Coming here into 3 and 4. Well, I say they are. There they come. Here they come. Pick out your favorite driver. Give them a little wave. Oh, we're going to go around one more lap. Never mind. Just kidding. They're really driving around to wave at you. Gotta fix that camera. We're just looking up at the crowd. Oh. Now this time this pace truck should go off the track. We can get this battle started. Go up here to Barney. Barney sending him off. Oh, that inside line got a really good start. Justin got a really, really good start there. And you see him kind of be able to take the preferred line up into the turn. Man, he jumped up. He's going to give that look to Chris on the inside. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. See, Chris stuck it in there through 3 and 4. Is Chris going to be able to? Yep, Chris led that first lap. His front four is kind of stretched out just a tad. Watch out for that guy in that 46 truck. If you've watched before, you've heard us call him. He's a short track ace. So, oh, as I say that, he puts it in the wall. Broadcaster's curse. I know. Chris Harefield, though, got out front out here. He's kind of running away from these guys. He's stepped out already. See it there? Yeah, he's over a half-second lead on second. Everybody's kind of single file back here. Got single file pretty quick. Oh, Kyle Nadeau there into the wall. Kyle and Andrew getting side by side. Lilith is going to look under Kyle, try to get by. Kyle lost some of that momentum putting it into the wall. Just want to get back down to the bottom, get back in the groove. Tell you what, Lilith is up 4 spots since the start of the race. We're only 5 laps in, already up 4 spots. Coming to the front. Speaking of the front, Chris is out to a second lead already, guys. Already. Andrew Caldwell here has jumped up to third. He's up 1 spot. That's a result of this guy falling back a little bit. See a side-by-side battle back here. Jerry getting by Gary. And getting into the wall. That's okay. The wall's okay, right? Oh, Scott disappeared. He's back. Back up front. It's like Justin's starting to chase down Chris just a tad. Maybe that's stabilized there at almost a second. See Andrew's back here putting a lot of pressure on Justin. He's ready to get by and try to chase down Chris. This is for second spot. Lilith coming into the picture. Looks like Kyle's coming back with her. Justin maybe pushing really hard. Looked like he got loose out of 2 there. I don't know if Andrew's quite there yet. Justin's running that high side. Oh, got into the wall. Andrew Caldwell's going to sneak underneath here in 3 and 4. Justin was able to hang on really well for getting into the wall that hard. That was a lot of smoke. See Lilith behind these 2 wanting to get by. Saying, hey guys, I'm faster. Watch out. Coming through. Give me a hole. While they're doing this, Chris has jumped out. He's 1.3 second lead already. We're already 10 laps in. Still just battling it out. Sorry guys, had some technical difficulties there. I had to fix some stuff. You saw Andrew Caldwell and Lilith get by Justin there. So Caldwell's up to second. Can he chase down the leader? In the wall again. These guys are liking getting in the wall. Tell you what, don't let that one truck by. Or do let that one truck by. I think she may have something for our leader. Lilith has been fast. Come up through the field, up 5 spots right now, trying to work on her 6th. And that 97 truck seems to be coming back, or these guys are dropping back to him. Started up there outside front row. Got into the wall a little early, killed his momentum, dropped back 5 spots. Now he's working his way back up around. Oh. Justin got scared, got a little net code there. Let's look back in on your leader. Almost 2-second lead. You can see the trucks just barely coming into frame back there. See if we can, that'll give you a better view of how far away he is from everybody. See if Lilith can come into frame here, maybe in this turn. 1.5 seconds. Yeah, so far ahead. There it is. There's Lilith. So now you can see second, third, fourth, fifth there. Chris is out here by himself on an island. On cruise control. Can they run him down? All right, let's run through your top 10 real quick. Of course, we've talked about him. The man in the Ford Toyota, Chris Harefield, out here out front. It's down to 1.2 seconds. So your second place truck, Lilith Peters, last season's Rising Stars champ, chasing him down 1.2 seconds, under 1.2, down to 1.1 seconds. Third place, Andrew Caldwell, short track ace, up to third. Andrew's up 1 spot. Kyle Nadeau in fourth place. Kyle started on your outside pole. He's down 2 positions. Looks like he's working his way back through. In fifth, Justin Horton. Justin's down 4. Justin was up there chasing down our leader. May have burned him off a little bit. Right side of his truck looks a little beat up. Might have said hi to the wall too many times. Sixth, the guy that led most of your regular season points, Scott Clemens Baker, back out here on track, up 1 spot, riding around in 6th. 7th, Jerry. Jerry's up 5 spots in 7th. Jerry's having a really good solid run. In 8th, your regular season's points champ, Gary's just hoping to get out of the first round, because if I remember correctly, last season he got put out in the first round. So Gary will just be glad to get past this first round and move on to the second. Gary's in 8th. Joey Signs. Joey's running for that championship on Wednesday nights. He's in 9th. Ray Richer in 10th. Ray's under fire from William Kern back here. Look back at these guys. Look at that big old group of trucks. It's a lot of fun, guys. It's a lot of fun. If you're watching this, you want to come out and play, get yourself a computer with steering wheel and pedals. Look us up on Facebook. Hit us up. We'll get you started. Not taking new folks until this season is over, but I'd love to have you out here going side by side. Let's look in here. Riding around with Ed. You see Dave there with him. Look at these guys back here. Eric Anderson. That's what he's seeing from his truck. Uh-oh. I see yellow. What do we got going on here? We do have our first caution at lap 24. So let's see. Oh, what happened to Matt? Let's go back and look. What happened to Matt? Oh, Andy bounced off the ball. Oh, Matt, wrong place, wrong time. Oh, no, bang. Oh, yeah, his truck's broken. Dang. Yeah, Matt was just in the wrong spot, wrong time. That's tough. All right, let's see if these leaders come into pit lane. I got to think 25 laps in. I was hearing, man, I want to say they were saying 62, 63 laps on a fuel run, but you got to come get tires, right? Everybody's coming down pit lane. Oh, that's a terrible camera. Look at that. There we go, making that turn. I always hated pitting on the curve. Kyle overshot his pits there. He saw him have to back up. That could cost him a spot. Here comes Lilith. Here comes Chris. Lilith got out. Let's look back here. Jerry, or Andrew, Justin. Yeah, Justin got ahead of Kyle there, having to back up in his stop. Jerry, Joey, Gary Bowman, Dave Gainforth got his way up to 10th. See William Kern right there. See how this shakes things up. So now they definitely can make it from here on one stop. The question is, do you want to? Is it faster to have more fresh tires? Or is it faster to split this run in half? I mean, 20 or 50 laps a run, roughly 46 laps a run, 47. They could go 60. I think I'm doing 47. I think I'm trying to one stop this. Of course, cautions will probably decide that. Have more cautions, get more tires, but we shall see. Too wide, lights are out. Down the back stretch, we're going to get these trucks wound back up. Judd's here in the pit lane. I don't know what happened to him. Paul Turner's just coming out. Okay, let's get back up front. They're about to go green. Quit messing around. Back up here with Barney. Chris controls the start there in the Geico restart zone. They're off. Barney kicked him down the road. Chris got a pretty good start. He's able to go up to that middle lane to get that proper run through 1 and 2. See Andrew Caldwell on that inside. Followed Chris through up to second. Andrew's going to really push here. Go like that. Maybe we can watch all the battles at once because we see Kyle back here trying to get under Lilith. Andrew trying to get under Chris. Going to get single file and figure it out for now. Yep. See Scott back there. Got Justin on his inside. That is the first battle that is side by side back here, these two. Looks like Scott is clear now, so they'll probably get single file. See if Chris is able to run away from Andrew like he did before. So Andrew was kind of stuck in traffic. Touched the wall, killed some momentum there for a second. Lilith had to come through traffic. I think the stronger trucks are up here with Chris now. See if he can get out and run away. Tell you what, he would have rather it just stay green the whole time. Andrew's going to look underneath. Chris is going to kind of shut the door on him. See if Andrew gets the run coming down the back stretch. Again, peeking out there, but it doesn't have the position yet. Got to be careful though. That yellow truck there in third place is ready to come to the front. These top four, any one of them make a mistake. Oh, somebody just touched the wall. Any one of them make a mistake and they're just going to get left. Passed on by. Looks like Scott's coming up to get into the mix here. Chris is able to stretch it out just a tad. Little bit of breathing room. Let's look back through here. That front four looks like they're lockstep. This next four just kind of in a line. Gary, Dave, William Kern right there. Back here, Brian Dorsey was able to miss that wreck. Usually Brian's stuck up in it. Here's Ed and his sucker truck, by the way. Bubble Pop, right? That's a sucker. Ed's a sucker. Mike back here. Ray. Oh, we still got that thing on. Let's turn that off. Back up front. Top three are kind of pulling away from Kyle, but tell you what, Chris is not getting away like he did last time. But this time in the last run, he had, a second advantage. Andrew is right there with him. Like Lilith pushed up off that corner, had to get out of the gas a little bit, lost a little momentum. Able to pull right back up in 1 and 2 though. Oh, excuse me. Let's see how close Andrew's getting to this one. That doesn't really tell us. How's that? How's that view? Right there on his bumper. Here's where it gets a little sketchy. The guy in front of you brakes just a tad more than you do, and you're going to spin him around. And how about from Lilith? See those people battling in front of her? There you go. There's from the steering wheel. Just waiting for one of them to mess up. Waiting for both of them to mess up. I got to be careful of the guy right behind. This front four staying together. This could be a really, really good battle if they can stay like this till the end. Guarantee. Right now they're just kind of being nice. Riding around. Not really pushing the issue. And you get close to the end of this race. It's when you stick your nose in there just a little bit further. Maybe tap them mid-turn. Scoot them up out of the way. Alright, let's run through this top 10. I just turned this off, but let's go ahead and show it again. So, real quick, Chris Harefield running first. Second, Andrew Caldwell sitting there waiting. Lilith Peters in third. Front row, Kyle Nadeau. He's hanging on there in fourth. You got Scott Clemens Baker in fifth. Justin Horton in sixth. Jerry. I don't know why he's cussing. But he's down there in seventh, kind of in a pocket all by himself. Joey Signs in eighth. A little bit under fire. Gary Bowman right there behind him looking in the inside. He's in ninth. Dave Kane fourth and 10th. But I'm going to jump back up here. I see Lilith got around Andrew for second. That's better on the long run. Andrew's better on the short run. We'll see. See if Lilith was just back there saving tires and she can do anything with Chris. Going to take a look to the inside going into one. See if Chris gets that better run out coming down the back stretch as Kyle looks to the inside of Andrew. These two are still side by side. Looks like Chris led that lap, but now Lilith is in the front. Kyle got by Andrew pretty quick, so if these two stay side by side, that should pull that 97 truck right up to them. They're still, there they go. They got it worked out. Lilith to the front. See if Lilith can run away now. See if Kyle can get up there and get by Chris. Maybe get second. Did Chris's tires fall off? Did Lilith save him that much better than everybody else? 50 laps in. So if I were these drivers, I'm going to pit, I'd say around 75. And have a little 50 lap run to the end. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Now Lilith is kind of stretching it out here. It's able to pull away. Right around that yellow, right on the bottom. Looks like she got a little loose coming out of two there. You can see from that view is able to have a little gap. And we're over a half second now. Check these lap times. Yeah, Lilith was a 10th faster. Fastest truck on the track the last lap. Check it again this lap, see if anything changes. Still, yeah, still a 10th faster, still the fastest truck on the track. So your leader is pulling away from the field. I tell you what, Andrew Caldwell is kind of falling off here in 4th. He's lost that front 4. See, Justin got around Scott, so Justin's coming back to the front. Again, if you're joining us late, we're missing some of the playoff drivers. This is a Scrambler series, so everybody in blue will advance to next week. 5 races in the playoffs. The 2 lowest finishing drivers of playoff eligible drivers are eliminated each week until we get to that final race, final 4. Then those 4 battle it out, and whoever finishes ahead of the other 3 wins your championship. We have 3 of those playoff eligible drivers not here this evening. One's on a boat in the middle of the ocean. I assume one's at work, and I assume these last 2 are my guesses. I assume Coleridge is probably working on his race car, his actual real life Honda Civic. That yeah, I mean, he lives in Canada, so they've got like 2.5 weeks to race before it snows again. So he's probably out there getting all the racing he can in 2.5 weeks before it snows. So that's my guess. But because of that, everybody in blue is going to advance. See Kyle back here looking under Chris for second. He's going to get it done pretty quick. Chris didn't fight as hard. Wasn't fighting for the lead like he was when he was fighting Lilith. So we'll see if Kyle can run down Lilith. Looking on my timing and scoring, Lilith is still the fastest truck on the track, so, and has a 2-second lead. 2 seconds. Way out here. Let's get this other camera, see if we can't. And catching lap traffic, we see. See if we can see Kyle come into frame here. Give you an idea of how big that gap is. Should get it going into 3 here, or in 3 and 4, we should be able to see Kyle come in. The gap is shrinking. This will help. Yeah, there you go. There you see Kyle. Now Lilith has got to get through this lap traffic. That's going to help Kyle kind of get back up there too. Or you see Larry running that top, Paul running the bottom. Lilith has got to work her way through safely. Oh, that was close. These guys are trying to stay on the lead lap. They're fighting for position. It's up to the leader to get through clean. There you go. You see Paul kind of stayed really low. Give her the line. That has brought Kyle back. Lead's only a second now. So that cost Lilith a second on the racetrack trying to fight through that lap traffic. One more lap truck to get around. You see Larry, that's not what they want to see. That's not what Kyle wants to see. They're trying to chase down Lilith. And Lilith has got to get by George here as fast as she can. There's a pretty good bit of open track in front of George. Again, George is out here trying to stay on the lead lap, man. Got to fight the leader as hard as you can. Sometimes it's much harder to be the leader and get through lap traffic than it is second place. So you see Kyle trying to work his way around Larry. You need an attorney. If you live in Texas, call Larry. He'll hurt you in the pocket. Oh, wait. I mean, he's an injury attorney, so he'll injure your pocket. Kyle's going to get around. Still fighting with Larry a little bit. He's going to get through. That's, you see Chris right there behind Larry trying to do the same thing. Trying to get through this lap traffic. Lilith's back out to a second and a half as Kyle fights through this traffic. 65 laps of this 125. We are over halfway, 61 to go. Just ticking off, ticking by. Lilith is back out to 2 seconds, so took Kyle as much time to get through traffic as it did her. That's about where it was when she started getting into that traffic. Man, I gotta think there's green flag pit stops coming soon. So before we get there, I'm gonna go through your top 10 one more time. One more again. Oh, yeah. So normally I don't pay attention to what these guys write, but see Lilith looking for that first truck win. I think she's been close a couple times and some stuff has happened. You know, pit strategies and whatnot. So maybe tonight. He's got the truck to beat so far. Kyle has cut that lead down to 1.7, but it's got a long way to go to be able to get up there and get past. But yeah, Lilith Peters in first, up 7 spots. Kyle Nadeau, front row Kyle Nadeau, right where he qualified in second. Trying to chase down the leader. We got Chris Harefield, led a whole bunch of laps already, but he's right where he qualified. Looking at this, a lot of people are right where they qualified, but Chris is in third. Andrew Caldwell, he's in fourth. It's snowing in Canada for him, so he's out here racing with us instead of Coleridge playing with a race car. Justin Horton down 4 spots, but he's catching these guys back up. Justin was up here and then dropped back. Now he's catching some of these trucks back, but Justin is in 5th. Gary Bowman, one of those right where he qualified, he's in 6th. Scott Kemmons Baker, again, right where he qualified. These are your 2 points leaders, by the way. These 2 guys have been up front all season. Scott's in 7th. Joey Signs, he's running 8th. Looks like he's under fire there from Jerry Isaacs. Jerry's in 9th. Right behind him, William Kern, right where he qualified. He's in 10th. So these guys trying to get through this lap traffic. We'll see if that changes any of that. Joey's trying to get by Larry. Larry's kind of trying to stay out of the way, but he's still got to run his race. It's all about where you go. Oh, little net code there. But it's all about where you catch this lap traffic. Whether or not it'll slow you down, speed you up. Leads back out to 2 seconds, so don't know that Kyle, I mean, I think they're running pretty close to the same lap times. Lilith was a 23.2. Kyle was a 23.3. He was also trying to get by Andy back there. I don't know if he's got enough to run Lilith down. Probably going to need a caution. Nobody wants to see it. So we are 53 to go. We're 73 laps in here. 73 and a half. Coming to 52 to go. Right? Yeah, 52 to go. So 52 laps to go. Man, I got to think 75, 76. I want to come in and pit. Oh, did I just see it? Oh, no. Whew. I got to think it's coming soon. See Ed Jurgens on pit lane. If I'm Kyle, man, I might... Oh, there it is. Chris Harefield. That's what I was going to say. One of these front runners are going to come in and try to get the benefit of new tires for a lap, too. I mean, that could be enough to put you back up there. So if I'm Kyle, I got to come in before Lilith. I have to. No way. I don't think he can make it to the end from here. Everybody pit, 50 laps ago. No way you're going to go 100 laps just on one caution. From what I was hearing, it was 62, 65, so they can make it to the end from here, but not from where they pit last time. Come in and get those tires. Get some fresh rubber. Get some speed down. Oh, and you waited too long. Your leader is pitting this time. No speeding. No hitting the barrels. Looks like Kyle's coming right with her. Gary Bowman's in. Yeah, you see that leader going. You don't want to lose any more time. It'll be interesting to see what that does, because Chris came in first, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see when this cycles back out where that puts Chris. We lose Lilith. What happened? No, we're still on Lilith. We just can't see with this stinking camera. Okay, that explains it. Rolling away. See Kyle still on the left sides. Wanting to go. See this Lilith go by. Oh, right behind your leader. Holy cow. Yellow is out. Oh, what's this do? This is what happens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. Well, Lilith just came out, so it's probably not going to be a problem, but man, who's a lap down? Who isn't? What is going on here? I don't know. Oh, geez. This is going to get... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Lilith is behind the pace car. My timing and scoring is showing 6 trucks on the lead lap. So, sounds like somebody just blew up in my ear. Man, we'll have to see when this comes back. Holy cow. Yellow during green flag stops. Okay. Okay, we see all these guys pitting. Why they're under, I want to go back and see if I can't find the wreck. We saw it live. We saw it right there, Lilith coming out of the pits, and they wrecked right behind her, but... Okay, so let's go back and see what happened here. So we see George there on the outside. Oh, looks like George just got loose. Maybe a little net code. Put him into William. Man, terrible luck. That dude's got... Oh, Kyle just sneaks through there. Holy cow. All right, let's see if we can get the cockpit. Jeez. All right, let's go back and look again. We want to ride on with this guy. Watch Kyle come through this. Speeding up. He's got to see him wrecking. Oh, and then William comes back out. Ah! Okay. All right, let's get back up here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. So did everybody... Okay. I'm not sure. Timing and scoring's being all funky. I think that's not going to hurt him. Man, are they getting the wave around? Who's the leader? So Justin Horton, way back here in that black truck. That's who I'm showing as the leader. Okay, he's way back here. Let's go to this camera so we can see a bigger view. So we go back to, like, say, those trucks. You can see that black truck way back there. So I think everybody in front of them, you know, is getting a wave around. Ed, we're going to have to see how this cycles out. I don't know. I think Lilith is going to get a wave around. Kyle, Chris Airfield, Scott Clemens Baker. I think they're all getting a wave around. We'll have to see when we go one to go here if these trucks go around, but I don't know. It gets funky, and we've seen a lot of this lately, which makes it kind of fun. We've seen a lot in all 3 series, or at least this in the Cup Series, of cautions coming out during green flag stops. Shakes everything up. So let's see. This time by... See if we get... Well, I should do it on 1 to go. We're not even 2 to go yet, so maybe 2 more laps around. Shouldn't get an answer this time, I don't think. Oh, yep, we do. So Ed's going by. Yeah, everybody's going by the pace truck there. Let's keep going back. Let's get back to these guys. Just kind of... Yeah, okay, so Justin's going to be the first truck to stop right behind there. Jerry Isaacs in second. Andrew Caldwell in third. Brian Dorsey fourth. Joey Signs 5th. Seeing a Bruzy truck up there. What is happening? Is Joey stuck behind some lap cars? Is that what's going on? I think so. I think like Ray's a lap down. Man, we're gonna go green here. Holy cow, this is the back of the field, or the cars that got the wave around are just now trying to catch up. Yeah, so Justin's got to try to take advantage of this. Get out, get up front, no cautions. These guys got a lot of trucks to work their way through, the trucks that were up front. We know Justin has a pretty fast truck. We know Andrew has a pretty fast truck. Those guys have already been up front. Look back there. You see that yellow truck coming into view. That's Lilith. That's who had a 2-second lead until that caution came out during the green flag stop. So that mixed everything up. She's going to be... Oh, hang on, Jerry. Jerry caught it. Oh, you see Ed going turn right off Lilith's nose. Holy cow. Yellow. No yellow. No caution yet. Look back here. Yeah, these trucks are getting going. Yeah, Lilith is hurt. Ed's truck's pretty sideways. These two out here battling for the lead. Jerry Isaacs, we saw him get really sideways, bottled up all these trucks. Look at that big old bunch of trucks. Brian going around the outside. Brian Dorsey trying to change his luck. Man, that's heartbreaking for Lilith. Always something happens. I'm telling you, we've seen this before, I think. Where Lilith had a dominant truck and then something funky happened. Now down 2 laps, probably put it on the hauler, I think. But out front, Justin Horton trying to keep Andrew Caldwell right behind him. Andrew's not letting him get away. Looking to the inside. Justin's going to give him the space. Ran that high. Get a good runoff too doing that though. Andrew kind of needs to hold track. $37 to go. We're 89 laps, 90 laps into this. 36 to go. Andrew touched the wall a little bit there. Trying to get a really good run into 1 and 2. That's going to kill a little bit of momentum. Battling out. Okay, let's run through your top 10. It looks like they've calmed down a little bit. Can't say that Andrew won't catch them while we're doing this, but everything got mixed up. Let's check it out. Up front, you got Justin Horton trying to hang on. Andrew Caldwell right behind him, trying to shake him up and get into that first place. Third place, Mr. Brian Dorsey. Seems to always get involved in stuff. Having some pretty good luck tonight so far. Knock on wood. Fourth place, Jerry Isaacs. It's kind of a benefactor of that untimely caution for everybody else. Same with fifth place, Joey Signs. Joey was running about 10th, so that happened and bumped him up. Drop back here to 6th. See a couple lap trucks in between. Kyle Nadeau. Kyle got caught. Had to take the wave around. Same with Chris Harefield. 7th place. Got caught and had to take the wave around. Scott Clemens Baker also got caught, had to take the wave around. See this guy, Andy Corkin, 9th. There's a reason Andy's in these playoffs. Always finds his way up here into the top 10. Doing it again tonight. See Gary Bowman there in 10th. That is your top 10. Back up front, Justin Horton is still holding off Andrew Caldwell. They've stretched it out. I mean, they've got, you know, a 1.5-second lead over 3rd and 4th. See them coming up on some lap traffic here. Let's grab that other camera that shows. We'll see if that lap traffic comes into view. There you go. You got a little while before they get there. They get into lap traffic, that could cause some mess. All the way back here looking. Jerry and Brian just kind of hanging out, riding. Joey back here, you see Kyle got by one of the lap trucks. Now he's got Judd. He's got to get by Judd. Or, I'm sorry, Ray. See, I got them confused because their trucks look the same. Yeah, Kyle's got to get by Ray so he can get up there to Joey. Ray's going to keep it low, let Kyle have the high side. I mean, Ray still got his race to run. He's fighting with Paul back there for position. Ray's sitting there in the lucky dog right now if we do have another caution. 28 laps to go. Justin Horton still out front. Andrew Caldwell still tapping the wall on his way in. Looks like they did get into some lap traffic here. Let's see. Brian Dorsey, yeah, trying to get around William Kern. William's truck is just hurt. That terrible luck. Jerry's right there with him. Not letting Brian get away. Back here, Kyle's got to Joey. Kyle's getting around Joey, so that puts Kyle Nadeau up in 5th place. We know Kyle's got a fast truck. Was hanging with Lilith. Back in, Lilith got in that trouble. 2 laps down back here. Yeoman's work driving a hurt truck around. That's got to be rough. Out there knowing you have the dominant truck, and here comes the leaders behind you, put you 3 laps down. These two are staying right together. 25 laps to go. We'll see if, there it is, 25 to go. We'll see if Andrew can get around Justin. See if he can do anything with Justin. Justin's able to pull away just a little bit. It's going to come out, it's going to come down to the long run tires. And if you remember that last run, neither one of these guys were able to hang on to their tires for real long. They both kind of dropped back. Those folks that were able to hang on to their tires, and Kyle's was the closest, and he's currently 4 seconds back, and he's got to get through, Jerry and Brian, and so we'll see if he's got enough time, if anybody's got enough time to do with anything with these guys, if they've been saving tires better. I don't know. Back here in the pack, there's some battles going on back here. See Scott and Gary right next to each other. Chris is right in front of them. Andy Cork, Eric Anderson back here. Andy currently holds that 10th spot. I know Eric wants it. This guy's going around William. Oh, Andy disappeared. Andy's back. He went to Wendy's and got a Frosty. Looks like he spilled some of that Frosty on the outside of the truck. See some of these beat up trucks out here. Joey having a really good run. Up into 6th. Back up front, nothing's changed. Justin's pulled out a little bit of a lead over Andrew. He's 0.3 now. I don't know if it's the clean air or what. Justin's the fastest truck on the track, so he's out front for a reason. Not a slow truck. We've seen him up front already tonight. Look back here. Brian Dorsey's a little bit under fire. Jerry may be able to get to him. Oh, that's close. Kyle's caught up to these guys, so Kyle's right there wanting to get through. This is for the podium spot right here. These guys are fighting for that 3rd place position. You know they see that 97 coming. Yeah, Brian gives up 2 spots there. Kyle was able to get right through. Jerry opened the door. Kyle followed him right through. So Jerry up to 3rd. Kyle up to 4th. See what? Justin stretched it out. We're 18 to go. These guys got, Jerry's 4 seconds back from the leader. So really it's a 2-horse race here. And Justin's pulling away. I don't know if Andrew has anything for him. I think these guys are too far back to catch them. It's a tall order to make up 4 seconds in 17 laps. Looking on the board though. They're almost identical, but Andrew Caldwell was the fastest truck on the track last lap. He's a 1.9 to Justin's 1.6. You see Andrew sliding up there. This lap I expect Kyle Nadeau. But it's only a 10th. Man, a 10th. It's 4 seconds back, 16 laps. It's not enough time. It's just not enough time. And he's got to get by Jerry. Jerry's not going to give up that podium easy. Inside 16 to go. Coming to 15 to go. 125 lap race. Had 2 cautions. Not bad at all for some short track racing. Had 2. Should have had 3. Yeah, these guys side by side. Jerry's not giving up that podium position real easy. Back up front. Justin's got a bigger lead. 14 to go. It's out to almost a second lead over Andrew this time now. Back to being the fastest truck on the track by almost a tenth and a half. Look back in. This is the battle. Front two are just kind of separated. Justin's running away with it. This is the closest battle. Last spot for the podium. I think these guys are kind of in a team room together, I believe. Yeah, they are. So I wonder if they're down there talking smack to each other. Kyle's going to look underneath. Jerry's going to give him plenty of room, but get that run out of the turn. You need the whole racetrack to complete that pass, especially on older tires. See Kyle get a good rotation through. Can't get out to the wall. Yeah, it looks like Kyle's going to get it this time. Send it down in there. Jerry, I expect him to just drop to the bottom line. So Kyle Nadeau up to third, but man, he's back to 5 seconds now. 5-second gap. Fighting with Jerry slowed him down. See Brian getting a little wiggly back there in the background. I don't think he can catch these front two. These guys are way out here. For second place truck, your first place truck. Let's see if we can pull up. So we'll look, that green dot is your leader on that track map. The 46 right behind him is Andrew Caldwell. 31 is the lap truck, and then all the way back to that 97. That's Kyle Nadeau back there. They're coming out of 2. He's just going into 1, so that's a pretty huge gap to make up with 10 laps to go. Nobody around your leader. Once he comes out of 3 and 4 here, you'll see Andrew way back there. He's a second and a half out front. Justin Horton didn't make the playoffs in this series. He's going to come out here and play spoiler so far. First race of the Scrambler Series. Benefited by not pitting yet. Yellow flag comes out during yellow flag pit stops. Put some of the faster trucks a lap down, having to take the wave around. Gives Justin clean air. 8 to go. Nobody near. Out here just wanting these laps to go away. Andrew Caldwell in second, did everything he could. Kyle Nadeau back here in third. Looking, Kyle is the fastest truck on the track, but it's, you know, I mean, it's a 10th. It's not much you can do with a 10th. And then that lap, your leader goes back to being the fastest truck on the track. So yeah, the fastest guy is definitely out front. Justin is running away with it. 6 to go this time by. 6 to go. Top 3 are pretty much set. It's got a pretty good gap. You know, almost 2 seconds to Andrew. It's got almost 3 seconds over Kyle. Kyle's back here, almost second and a half over Jerry. Jerry over Brian, and then you see, yeah, you're seeing the closest battle on the track so far. 5 to go. Justin just running away with it. Hit clean, smooth laps. Doesn't want to see a caution. And again, everybody in the blue, guys, everybody in the blue will advance to next week because we are missing drivers. So all these guys are going to advance on to Talladega. Everyone's championships hopes are still alive. William Kern, bad night. Championships hopes still alive, still in it. Andrew Cork back there in 13th. Larry Brunner, Paul Turner. These guys are laps down. Still in it. 3 to go. Coming to 2 to go this time. Huh, backstretch. Sorry, wrong turn. Justin Horton, 2 to go. Just wanting to get to that white flag. Once we get to the white flag, it will be official. No more yellows. Is that a truck parked on the inside? What happened there? That's not what he wants to see. Got 2 to go. Coming to the white flag this time. Through 3 and 4. Sees that white flag. Now he knows. No caution. Just got to get through clean. He's got a huge lead. No big deal. Guys, thanks for watching. We will get post-race interviews here in a second as Justin Horton comes around 3 and 4. Cyber Thunder, Tuesday Night Thunder, presented by Down and Out Paint Shop. Check out Down and Out Paint Shop on Facebook. Justin Horton is your winner. Andrew Caldwell's going to come home second. Kyle Nadeau third. Let me grab these guys. We'll chat to your race winner here in a second. Give me just a second. There we go. We got Justin. Holy cow, Justin. That yellow flag really helped you out. And then, man, you just took advantage of opportunity and dominated that last part of that race. Talk us through your night.
When the pit stops came by, I knew that my strategy going forward was I expected there to be a caution. So I just stayed out, got the lead, and I just waited to see if it was going to happen. I knew it was a bit risky and there was a chance it could backfire. And it ended up working out. A caution came out. I was able to go down. I had the pole, so I had the first box. I had the first last box. Worked out really well for me. And after there, it just went about the way I wanted it to. I was always scared for a yellow at the end. No yellow came out. I gapped a little bit of a lead. Didn't run the truck too hard. Didn't burn anything up. Went the way exactly I was hoping, and I got to come out with the first place.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better. I know that feeling. It happened to me a couple weeks ago in the Cup car, so I know it's pretty good. I know your teammate down there has got to be pretty upset. So close once again. Lilith almost got it. Worked out for you. Hey, Justin, I'm going to turn the field over for you. Got a little bit of sore throat. I don't want to talk too much, so why don't you do some talking?
I want to thank Down and Out Paint for sponsoring the series. I want to thank Lilith Peters, my teammate. I want to shout out to my sponsors, Luna Steak Sauce, sold by Foxfire Foods. I want to congratulate Andrew and Kyle in the amazing races for them getting second and third. I want to thank you guys so much for broadcasting and everyone that showed up and raced today. It was a fun evening. I'm glad I was able to go out and get the win. I love this track. Everything went the way I was hoping for in the second half of the race, and I'm super happy I didn't choke it and I was able to get a finish that I'm really happy with.
Yeah, choking is not fun. You did a great job, man. You ran away with it. It was fun to watch. Congratulations. Maybe we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike.
All right, kick Justin out. Let's see. Oh, about grabbed him again. Let's try. Well, if I can click my mouse correctly, guys. There he is, Andrew Caldwell. Andrew, man, I thought you had enough car or truck. Then it seemed to fall off there at the end. Justin kind of pulled away from you. Dude, you were up front all night. Talk us through your race.
Well, qualified good for once. So that helped. But I tried to go for the lead early on to try and get out front, but ended up using up my stuff trying to get there. And we fell back a bit, and then that first caution, I gained a spot on pit road, and then tried to attack for the lead again. Same thing happened, and then got lucky with the green flag pit stop. I was going to pit, but stayed out one more lap and the caution came out. So I saw the good trucks were in the back. So I tried to attack again, and the same thing happened. So it just wasn't my night.
So note to self, next time learn the lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
I doubt it. I've seen you race enough. You're going to go fast every time you get a chance. Dude, that was fun to watch, though. You guys battling up there up front. Uh, shoot, sorry, I've got people sending me messages. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I didn't know if you stayed out or if you got trapped by that yellow flag. So staying out there were sorry, I've got people talking to me, Andrew. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Were you yeah, you were planning on staying out?
I
You're
was gonna try and go longer to have more tire in the end, but caution comes out, you pit, so worked out.
yeah. Yeah, it definitely worked out. Hey man, congratulations on your second place on the podium up here. I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
As always, gotta thank Down and Out Paint Shop for sponsoring us here. Gotta thank mom and dad as always. Can't forget them. Might get in trouble, but and also you up in the booth, so mom and dad can watch.
Glad to do it. Always an honor to call your races. Do these short tracks, we look for you every time. So it was fun to see you almost get a win.
Yeah, I would have liked it.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to kick you out. Maybe we can talk to you next week at Talladega.
I actually won't be there. This was my final for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, no. Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks, man.
Yeah, see ya.
All right. Kick one Canadian out, pull the other Canadian in, got stuck. Yellow flag came out. Kyle had already pit. Had to work his way back through the field. Kyle, talk us through it, man. I know you were stressed there.
I think that's at least 4 times this season that has happened.
In
And
like
I
the
said to
last 2
Jerry,
weeks, right?
yeah, and I think it's 3 in the last 4. I even said to Jerry, we were working through pit stop strategy before the race. He goes, well, if you pit at 40, and it goes green, I'm like, Jerry, when I pit, guaranteed, there's going to be a caution within 5 laps. After that, I'm coming out of 2, and Jerry goes, oh, wreck on the backstretch. I'm like, yep, well, there we go, of course, as always. But just, yeah, I'm getting really good at passing cars and putting on a show. I do have to apologize to William for that send around the outside when trying to chase down Andrew. I know it's probably scared the daylights out of him, so I'm sorry for that. But I had to go. But yeah, just working through cars is getting to become a strong suit of mine, coming from the back to the front.
Thought we were friends, Kyle.
We are friends.
What you stealing my podium?
Hey,
I don't get many.
Hey, you put up a really good fight, but I think you burned your tires up racing Dorsey there.
You guys didn't know it was Tuesday Night Fights live on Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network, did you?
It will be now.
WWW.
Hey, got you both in here. So Jerry, I got to ask you since you're in here. Now, did you plan on staying out? Did you know that Kyle had bad luck, so he was going to pit? So you were like, okay, here comes the yellow.
Well, I didn't plan on staying out, but I was dropping and really didn't feel like I had a podium car, so I had to try some strategy. That's the only reason I stayed out.
Gotcha. Well, hey, tell you what, both you guys are moving on. Talladega next week. Are you guys planning on working together?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
not about, I don't know. It's about getting a podium, but it's not about winning. It's about moving on.
It's just about surviving next week, which I'm not really good at Talladega.
Yeah, Kyle.
Surviving at Talladega, so.
Jerry, don't stay next to Kyle, and Kyle, don't pit.
I shouldn't even be on the track because I got wrecked from the lead last season.
All right, I'm kicking both these guys out. Oh, wait. Right. Nope, I got to turn the floor over to Kyle.
Ow.
Kyle, give your shout-outs. Thanks. Jerry almost stole your thunder.
I want to thank Jerry for giving me strategy. You for broadcasting, Down and Out Paint Shops for sponsoring the league, my grandma and my parents and my girlfriend for watching, everybody else watching on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. I think that's it. Congrats to Justin on his first truck win. I think that's it.
Now, is that really it?
I think so.
All right.
We'll call it.
Hey, man, hopefully we'll be talking to you next week at Talladega on the podium.
Let's hope so.
All right, kick Kyle out. Guys, you saw it, you watched it. I don't have a graphic. I will have one next week so we can eliminate drivers from the chase. But every single one of these drivers that you see in blue on the side, as it cycles through and cycles through again, they are all moving forward to Talladega next week. 4 races left. Tuesday Night Thunder series presented by Down and Out Paint Shop on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. 4 races left to decide a champion. I promise this is going to get pretty dramatic. This Scrambler series is crazy. Tune in tomorrow night. Rising Stars on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. I'll be here doing a poor job as a broadcaster. Again, Chris is on a boat. We'll be watching him from iRacing Speedway. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Dum